Hello, friends. April 20th, 2023. What did we say? 8:50 p.m. on a Thursday evening. It is 42 degrees. Wind out of the west. It says 17 miles an hour, but I'm pretty confident it has died down considerably.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
With me, as always, my co-host, Brad O'Connell. Brad, how are you?
Good.
Good?
You?
Good. You know, it feels like right now may be the best time of this day, weather-wise. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was a little bit startled by the dog.
There is a dog in our, I don't want to say in our way because you can't see,
No.
but that is what makes us all the more nervous, probably.
Right.
I
wasn't outside much today.
Lucky.
So to say that this is the best part of the day weather-wise, I can't be a solid judge on that.
Okay.
But what I saw out of the window of my classroom, yes, I would say today is probably, or right now is probably the best part of the day.
If it would be March 20th right now,
you
would have said this is an unbelievable day.
Yeah, great day.
But we've already hit, 70 degrees multiple times and 80 degrees.
Yeah.
I think.
Last week was a tease.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is Iowa. What else do you say? But this is Iowa. So here we are. It's been, I don't know, about 10 days since we've last been on a walk, I believe.
Busy schedules.
Sorry, I broke my microphone. I apologize to our fans. Life happens.
Yeah.
And things got really busy with all sorts of stuff. And
Yep.
So here we are. So anyway, we have commenced on our walk. So I think we should get right into it. How about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So trying to get some good podcast topics. Brad, he's kind of the brains behind this outfit.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, at least for topics anyway.
Okay.
Topic.
If you've got topic ideas, let us know.
We'll take them. Because I don't know how long we can do this with just us two trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
But you never know what happens with the news and obviously weather and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, Brad came up with a pretty good one, as he did probably all three of them this time around. But the topic was, if you with Jim Nance, our friend Jim Nance,
good friend.
Yep, retiring from the Final Four.
Right.
NCAA Men's Final Four as the play-by-play guy. If you could be the play-by-play man for any sport, any event?
Any event. No, I went sporting event.
Okay. I think that's, for us too, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Stay in that realm a little bit.
Okay. What would that sporting event be? And since you came up with the topic, I think you need to go first. So, fire away.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I've been torn on this, and I've been thinking about this since I came up with the topic.
Okay.
Because logic would say, well, duh, coach basketball, love March Madness, jump right into the Final Four.
Yeah.
Which I would love to do that. With that said, you've got some phenomenal sporting events throughout the world.
No doubt about it.
Like Olympics. Could you imagine calling, being, now I'm going to blank on his name. The guy that, hosts the Olympics? Mike Tirico.
Mike Tirico.
Could you travel all over the world to do that?
It's funny you're saying this right now, because actually for a class today, we got done a little bit early, and sure enough, we pop on YouTube clips of the women's 4x4 from this past Olympics and the 4x1 that set records. So
can you imagine?
It's crazy. It's awesome.
Watching just elite athletes do their thing like that.
No, I can't.
And call that.
Yeah.
Would be awesome.
And your voice is it's going to forever be in history.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have that. So what I started doing was ruling things out. So I thought that was the easiest.
Crazy, because that's what I did too. Okay.
So I'm not a huge NBA guy. So the first one I ruled out was the NBA Finals.
Okay.
I know all the NBA lovers out there will probably hate me for saying that.
Are there any?
I don't know. Probably. The one I can think of is Jason Berkey, but I don't know if that's just because he loves the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, they'll be out soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But I think I agree with you, but I'm looking at it from a little bit different perspective because NBA, there's a lot of action.
Right.
There's never a dull moment.
No, I agree with that.
So I think I could handle that. But,
okay.
All right, go ahead with your talk. Sorry.
Next one, I would eliminate the NFL playoffs.
What?
Yep.
Holy moly.
I know.
Why? Just, you don't like it? Are you saying you don't like it?
No, I love the NFL playoffs. I shouldn't say I love it. I like watching it. I don't think it'd be that fun to call.
Okay. So you don't think a guy like Tony Romo, you don't get into like Tony Romo and the knowledge of the game and him calling the play before it even
I love that.
Play. So if you were partners with Tony Romo,
I would just let him go. Go, Tony.
He's not a play-by-play.
I know.
He's the brains.
Right. My thing is, and this is where my mind was going with this, okay? In the NFL playoffs, I feel like there's 2 games that really matter.
We differ a lot in this.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Like most people can tell that these 2 teams are going to meet up in the playoffs, and that's going to be the game that decides if that team goes to the Super Bowl or not. Okay. Chiefs, Bills, for example.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
And usually one division's more stronger than the other. So, if the Bills win, they're going to beat the Giants in the Super Bowl or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to call really one good game, maybe 2.
But you say good game, like you don't
last second.
But nobody thought the Bengals were going to be, doing what they've done the last couple of years.
True. Again, my opinion.
Okay, yep, we're all entitled to that.
We are.
Okay.
Hockey, out.
No idea. No idea what's going on.
I'm not going to lie. I can't see the puck, so that right there is...
Yeah, but there's got to be some technology behind it that we don't know.
You would think.
Because I've been to just a simple Waterloo Blackhawks game, and I can't even see the puck there. So how is some guy in his 60s and 70s calling that?
Exactly. I don't know.
Al Michaels. I don't know how old he was when he did Lake Placid, but that was a long time ago. And the guy must be a genius. Maybe that's just a genius.
It might be. I don't know. Okay. So I threw that out. NASCAR, Formula 1, all those
What? Yeah. What do you do?
Right.
Car run fast.
Right.
Win real fast.
Yep.
Real good.
Cool. So then I got down to the World Series, college football playoffs, and yes, I say the playoffs, the playoff game, championship, like that goes together.
Yep.
And March Madness. Those I can't narrow it down after that.
Okay.
Because those 3 events, sporting events to me, are like the best. To call a Game 7 of the World Series would awesome. Just awesome.
Yeah.
We know how crazy March Madness can be, the Final Four. There it is.
So you got 3.
I got 3. I can't narrow it down after that.
Okay. So I'm going to say I couldn't do World Series because have you listened to an MLB broadcast on the radio? I love it.
Oh, I do
love
too.
it. But those guys that do that need to be paid double what they're getting paid.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the conversations that they can have while absolutely nothing is going on is genius.
Yes.
Just genius.
Yep.
So as awesome as it is, I know I couldn't do it. Okay? So, and I agree with all your 3. I think those 3 are quite possibly the best one, but I would keep NFL playoffs in there because in my mind, those are the best of the best, and I love it. And I think there's more intrigue than you give it, props to. I think there's way more. Like, who saw Brock Purdy getting injured on the first play of the game this year, and the Eagles just basically destroying them after that? Who knew that? The Bengals. Who expected the Bengals to do what they've done the last 2 years?
Luke Jacobson.
Okay.
Outside him, though, that's the only Bengals fan I know.
There's one, Carl Brower. Okay. There's two in the state of Iowa.
Yep.
Congratulations. But I've come to appreciate a guy like Tony Romo and Greg Olson.
Yes.
I think he does a really good job, and I'm really excited to see what Tom Brady does whenever he is able to do his thing. I really am.
Do you think he'll ever get to?
Yes, he will.
No, don't get me wrong. I love watching Peyton and Eli on Monday Night Football.
That's good.
That is good too.
I also agree with you on the NCAA March Madness, championship game or Final Four, whatever you want to say. I think the problem with that is I feel like the play has been so sloppy the last couple of years, and maybe I'm wrong.
No, I agree.
I kind of prefer a game that's, scored in the upper 70s to 80s, and I just feel like it's really hard for those guys to score that many points because they're playing in arenas meant for 100,000 people.
I totally agree with that.
I don't necessarily like that.
No, I don't either.
But that's, probably another discussion
for
another day. So I am going to say that I would much rather do the NFL playoffs. That's my number one. I just think there's all sorts of stuff going on that I would absolutely love to do it.
Right.
On a side note, Mr. John Mowinkle, if you are listening to this podcast, I would die to be a color guy for you someday. Now, hoping I'm in the playoffs for a long, long, long time.
Right.
Forever.
Yep.
That our team is, but in case we're not, I would work extremely hard to be your color guy.
Did you just self-invite yourself?
I did. And I don't know if J-Mo listens to this anyway because he's got his own podcast.
Right.
Now.
Oh, I didn't know he does.
Yes. On 99 The Wave, his own podcast, or he's with a couple other guys. I haven't listened to it, sorry, but I will.
I feel like we need to tune in.
Yeah. Maybe this needs to be like a partnership.
Yep.
I don't know. Create some really cool merch.
Because I thought where you're going with that was an invite.
Well, I think that has to happen.
For J-Mo to be on Two Guys on a Walk.
Yes. And one of these days, we're going to quit talking about all these guests we have lined up and actually invite somebody along.
Actually get someone here.
But we currently don't have another microphone anyway, so it's kind of a moot point.
And our number one first guest has held out.
Well, clearly it's not warm enough.
No.
We just took a dive this week, and last week would have probably been the time to do it. But Coach Driscoll, if you're listening, the invitation's still there.
It has not got lost in the mail.
No, you know where to find us.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Good start of a topic. I like that.
Now, we didn't even dive into one.
Okay.
And I want to get your opinion on it.
Yeah.
What about, the Masters?
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, Brad. I think the Masters would be entertaining. I don't think I could be, quiet like they all are.
No, I couldn't either.
Got a great shot here by Woods coming up.
Right. I could not.
He's going to have to hit a tall pitching wedge here.
Wind out of the south.
Yeah. Hello, friends. Wait, we already do that.
We already do that.
Okay. So, probably that would be tough. I think there's enough action, because they switch, it's not a lot of downtime.
No.
And so I think that would be good, but I need to learn a whole lot more about it before I would ever do that.
Do you, though?
I do.
What do you think you need to learn to call golf?
I think you need to know about the players, a lot about the players. You need to know about the course.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
A lot about the course, even though I think, most people know a lot about the Masters.
Yeah.
How the weather could potentially affect that, which, that would suck.
Right.
Getting a weather delay.
Right.
Cool. Then you're just sitting there talking the same thing over and over again. But, what do you think about the Masters? Could you do it?
I don't think I could do it. Or if I did, it'd have to be the most exciting Masters ever. It's in the hole. Yeah. We got it.
But you can only do that on the last hole. Can't yell.
I know.
Everybody else is on the course.
So I'd have to broadcast this thing from a distance, I feel.
Up in the tower.
Yep.
Long way away. That'd be interesting. I enjoy the Masters, and I think that'd be Especially when the weather's good.
Yeah.
It would be really nice to go to, but I need a lot to learn.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, are we ready for topic number 2?
I think we are. I don't remember it now.
I was going to say, do you remember topic number 2?
I don't.
I remember 3, so maybe we have to go right to that.
What was 3? Oh, what we're watching.
What are you watching? What are you watching right now?
So
What's good, as they say?
I just finished up a 3-part docu-series on the Boston Marathon bombing.
Okay.
Way interesting.
I believe it.
Because they didn't really dive into, like, they did later on, the guys that actually did it.
Yep.
And all of that. It was more the legal side of it.
Jeez.
Like how they investigated it, how they found it, how they had all this video evidence that they had to comb through to try to find the guys that did it, and then identify them, and whether you leak the picture to the public and spark this, like, oh, hey, we know who that is, we're going to call the FBI and let them know, or do they go on the run because now their picture's out there?
And if I remember right, there was a pretty big manhunt for those guys.
Correct. Because their picture got leaked to the media. Yep. And then I think they planned to go on the run, is from what I picked up.
Okay.
Well, in the process of that, they ended up shooting a police officer at MIT.
Yep.
And that is when the massive manhunt really amplified, and shootouts and pipe bombs blown up in Watertown.
Yep.
It was really interesting.
Did one of the brothers die then?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yep. He got shot by police and then ran over by his brother.
Oh.
Yep.
Huh.
And then how the other brother survived, a spoiler alert if you're going to watch it, but how he survived 150 rounds of him in that boat when the cops unleashed
150
fire.
rounds?
150 rounds.
Like he got hit that many?
No.
I was going to say.
The police officer shot in the boat that he was staying in.
Yep.
Like 100, I can't remember, I know it was over 100, 150,
Jeez.
130, somewhere in there.
Wow.
And he lived. Like, how? How did it?
It's a heck of a boat.
Right.
Wow.
How did one of those bullets get in?
So, if a guy like me wanted to see this 3-part documentary, where would I find it?
Netflix.
That's a Netflix.
That's a Netflix.
Okay. I don't currently have Netflix,
Well,
but I may have to borrow a password or something.
Yep.
So I can do that.
And then this weekend, we dabbled in the new Top Gun movie.
Yep.
We're a little late to the party on that one.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh. Amazon Prime, if you got it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yep.
We do have Prime.
To say it's better than the first is a tall stretch, but it's probably one of the better sequels of a movie I've seen in a long time.
Okay. That might be another topic.
Yeah.
Okay. My family decided to go to the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Ooh. I want to see it.
Last Friday night, I think it was. Can't remember, it was Saturday. Saturday night. And went to Grundy Center. And, first of all, like, it's just so nice to go to a movie,
Yes, I would agree with that.
Not that I've ever been a big moviegoer, but to be able to go and just, like, constantly eat popcorn the whole time, drink your favorite Diet Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
Yep. And just sit back and enjoy a movie that, like, tell you what, during COVID, not that we did a ton, but during COVID, that was missed.
It was.
That was really missed.
And can we all agree, like, we don't really go to the movies that often. But to take that option away was like, what are we going to do now?
For sure. So we went, and, I had heard a lot of good things going in about the movie. And, like, I grew up in the Super Mario Brothers era.
I did too.
So, like, we were never quick to get, like, the newest technology or anything for, like, game consoles or anything like that. But by golly, we had the original Nintendo. We had that. And we had Mario Brothers. And we played that sucker a lot.
Right. Did you ever beat the game? Side note.
No, heck no.
Really?
I didn't. Like, I didn't play it that much.
Okay.
And I never
All right.
heard from my friends were never nice enough to me to say, hey, this is how you do it.
Right.
I didn't know. I just kept playing it and kept dying.
Well,
you know?
Persistence.
Yeah, we played it. I was never scared to keep going. But, so no, I don't even remember the farthest I ever got. But it was still fun.
Right.
Now, like, you know, can kids play that game now and enjoy it? Probably not.
No.
I don't know. It's
probably.
Graphics are a little old.
Yep.
But whatever. But, you know, and I played a lot of Mario 2 and 3 at friend's house. I never got it because I think there's like Super Nintendo by that time.
Yep.
Never got it, which, whatever, it was good. But to go to that movie and, number one, listen to the music. That was like, as soon as that started, I got chills. Just chills. And I was singing along. People in front of me were probably really annoyed by me. But, you know, the way that they twisted that into like a cool story plot,
right,
was good. And I'll say this, as a father of young children, we had our almost 7 and almost 4-year-old there, and there was no like adult humor or, you know, jokes that were just slipped in there just to please the adult audience.
Yeah.
It was made for young kids, and that was very refreshing. Very refreshing.
Yeah, I bet.
So, I guess you could say, basically the only thing that I've had time to sit down and watch has been that. So, it was good, and I highly recommend it for anybody, not just, you know, young kids or anything like that, or families, everybody.
Right.
So,
because we debated taking the girls to it, but we weren't sure with like Bowser and all of them if they would be too scary.
Okay.
And then we end up with nightmares.
Okay. Yep. And you know what? I'm not gonna give away, but there is, you know, some time like that'll probably get a young kid's attention. Like I know another family that was there, and their little girl that was in there was kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
Like right at the beginning, but then she got over it. But I get that. I totally understand that. Especially my 4-year-old, so our youngest that was there, is so locked into Mario Brothers that he didn't care at all. He was just like, every time a new character would come in there, he would say who it was.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't even know who that guy is. And
I just want you to know that is parenting right.
Okay,
if your
good,
kid knows all the Mario characters, that is parenting done right.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that's Princess Peach. That's Shy Guy. I'm like, Shy Guy?
Who's Shy Guy?
Yeah, that's Dry Bones. Old Dry Bones.
Yep.
What? So that was really cool. And again, not that my kids are ever going to want to play the original Super Mario Brothers game, but just like anything, my bet is that, you know, the new consoles, somebody will bring it back.
Yep.
If it hasn't already, I don't even know. But,
well,
yeah.
To kind of piggyback off that, so my mom's moving this summer. Going through her house, we found my old N64.
Whew.
Still have the box, manuals, original controllers, all that. And then the game GoldenEye.
Oh, that's a classic.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
So my brother and I have toyed with the idea of like, do you keep it? Do you sell it? What do you do with it?
You can't sell that.
So we did. We made
what?
Hear me out here.
Jeez, I just echoed across the city.
That was impressive.
Wow.
We made the decision. Now, mind you, it was mine, but we made the decision to sell it. Will I regret this decision in 5, 10, 15?
I'll answer that question for you.
Probably.
Wow.
Okay. So he posts this online.
Right.
And I had a few other games to go with it for $200.
Okay.
Within minutes, 15 people
had because $200 isn't enough.
He's like, yep. And he's like, okay, wait, let me go back and check this. Since I have the original box, console, controllers, like owner's manual, all of it, that alone was $200. GoldenEye, arguably the greatest game ever sold,
Yep.
according to experts.
Is that really what I didn't
Yep.
know that. I mean,
according to what he told me, alone was $100.
Wow.
Like, wow. Maybe we should hold on to this thing for another 10 years and really see.
I can't believe you sold that.
We're in the process. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to buy it?
No, not for that much. No. Wow. But I mean that you're 100% correct though. Those games that you mentioned, and I keep thinking back some of my best memories of, I'll say, middle school were going to my best friend's house, after school or after a game on a Friday night, and we would sit up. And I can't remember if it was Super Nintendo or N64 or whatever it was, but John Madden, the early days of John Madden football.
Yep.
At that time, if I remember right, it was Bill Walsh's college football.
Yep.
Oh my gosh,
cool.
So much fun.
The NFL game I had Brett Favre on the cover when he was in Green Bay.
Yep.
And he was not old when that was taken.
What game was that then?
I can't remember.
Madden? It might have been Madden.
It wasn't. It might have been a Madden.
Huh.
Then I had NBA Live, young Kobe Bryant on the cover.
Okay.
In the number 8 jersey.
Okay.
Now, how old he was at the time, I don't know.
Right.
And then Jeremy McGrath, motocross.
Okay, I was not a motocross guy.
I wasn't either. But it was fun at the time. And then Rush 64 racing game.
Rush 64.
Yep.
Okay. Not bad choices right there.
No. But I agree with you. I remember sleepovers at friends' house. Bring your controllers because 4 people can play.
Yeah.
Thought it was so cool that you could split screen the TV and play GoldenEye all night.
Yes. I mean, we even had that in college.
Right.
Somebody brought their N64 out just to play that in college, and it was. I mean, you stay up. Not that I would ever skip class.
No, of course not. We would never do that.
But we would stay up incredibly late.
Yep.
Into the morning playing that game, and that was a lot of fun. Now, where does the game NBA Jam rank in your hierarchy of games?
Ooh. If we're going hierarchy of games.
Yeah.
Hands down, number 1, college football.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. My second favorite game would probably have to be MLB The Show. Doesn't matter the year.
Okay. I played that on the computer originally.
See, I played NBA Jam on the computer.
What?
Yep.
Jeez.
I just remember, when your guy was on fire, just inbound the ball and shoot.
Awesome. Yep.
Because it was going in.
I still say the word boom shakalaka throughout the hallways of AP High School, and all the kids look at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, how do you not know this?
Right.
Or I've been known to say, a nail in the coffin many times. Yep. And everybody's like, who's dead? What are you talking about? No. To me, the best part about that game, and I don't know, I'm a realist kind of person. I want things to be as similar to the real life thing as possible.
Yes.
And so when they played the music on that and the graphics on there were set up just like NBA on NBC.
Which I would agree with. Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Now, I was never really a huge Sonic the Hedgehog guy. We had a Sega. That was supposed to be big up there. I was not.
No.
How about yourself?
I've dabbled in Sonic, but was not a huge fan.
Okay. I'm trying to think of any other ones that really got my excitement going.
Jamie was a huge Kirby.
I don't even know what that is.
Kirby? Yep, a pink dude, that weird snout. I don't know.
Word for it.
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, I've heard of that. Never played it.
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna laugh at me, but this is where my intellect really comes into play. We had a Jeopardy game for Sega.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Now, okay, here's my plug for education. Okay, I have all these kids coming up to me say, "Hey, I really hate this math class," or why am I going to learn this science, whatever. It's for times like that.
It is.
It's for times like that, or whenever you want to really impress your friends
Yep.
or impress your girlfriend.
Yep. Family
Like,
members.
Family members. The family members of your girlfriend.
Yep.
You imagine going in there and spouting off some, like you're playing, I mean, I don't know if they even do it anymore, but you're playing Trivial Pursuit with the future in-laws, hopefully.
Right. Yes.
And all of a sudden you just
dropping bombs.
Wow.
Yep.
Just wow. That is why you learn
Right.
in school.
Yes. I would agree with that. Another one to piggyback off that. Your manners.
Yes.
Learn your manners.
Yes.
So when you're at the in-laws
Yes.
and dinner's done, you get up and put your plate by the sink.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do?
Yes.
So that, I mean,
Like, it's a simple thing, but people notice.
so maybe we are transitioning here, right, to a new topic.
I feel like we are.
I think this is really good though, because I know for a fact that we've got young kids that listen to this podcast. In fact, I had a group of freshman girls at the end of our class today say, "Hey, let's pop on your last podcast and let's listen to it." I'm like, sure. Okay, let's do it. So here we are. So manners. If you really want to impress either your boyfriend or girlfriend and the family
Yes.
of that said person, you must have good manners.
Yep.
Okay, now you mentioned bringing, you're at a meal, you bring your plate back to the sink. Great, that's awesome.
Mhm.
What else would you say is hugely important?
Please. Thank you.
Huge. Holding doors open.
Oh, yes. You don't reach across the plate or across the table for something.
It's a big no.
Would you please pass this?
Yep.
And I'd even go one step further. Hey, when you get a sec, would you please pass this? That way it's not like a rushed thing.
Right.
Like, you can take your time.
Now, would you have ever helped wash the dishes at the end of the night?
I have.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, you're a better person than I am.
It was
I should have.
it was weird, but yep, I have done that.
At least offer.
Right?
That's a good one.
Yep.
So I've been fortunate in my time being a college football coach that two of the places I was at, they had an etiquette dinner
Ooh, that's a good idea.
for the teams, the fall sports teams.
Yep.
And that's actually where I bought my first suit because we were supposed to dress up. Like I'm making like $8,000 a year.
Right.
I've never owned a suit in my life.
Spent half of that on a suit.
No, here's the funny part. I bought it at Target.
What?
Target.
Nuh-uh.
Now, I will not sit here and say that is the most high quality suit that I own because it is not, but I still have it.
I would say you still have
I
it.
still have it, and I really like it. So anyway, etiquette dinner. I learned so many things by being at etiquette dinner that I think are hugely important. I like to take my wife out to eat. I really do. We like to go to Brown Bottle for special occasions. Like we're talking like once a year. Like
Right. Yep.
It maybe twice. This past year, I'm pretty sure I took her there. Well, I always take her there right before our football season starts. Always.
Smart move.
Okay. Yep. And then I think we went there New Year's Eve this year because we've done that a couple times. It pays so much to know what proper etiquette is.
Yep.
So you don't feel like such an idiot when you go to nice places like that.
Since prom's coming up,
Yes.
take note, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, I'm legitimately concerned about some of the kids that I know because their dates are going to look at them and be like, are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
So I may go talk to our principal soon and just be like, listen, is there any way maybe we can at least talk about it? Now, I just thought of something though. Miss Erin Hoyer may go over that in health class.
Ooh, that's,
She
big
might.
class. So maybe we could do this instead, because I don't know how the high school works with lunch, but could we have a formal school lunch?
How long would that have to take? Because it'd take
I don't
a while.
know. I don't
It'd take
know.
a while. Would that be cool?
Right. Leading up to prom?
I think that's important.
I do too. Gentlemen, like, you should pick up your date's tray and take that back.
Do you pay for it?
Absolutely.
I would think so.
I do.
Well, I hope you do now.
I did then.
I did too.
And if even when she's like, no, like, let me help. No, I got it.
No, I got it. Sit down.
Like, I may have worked my rear end off all weekend to pay for our meal, but I'm going to pay for our meal.
I think it's the right thing to do.
It is.
Is there ever a scenario where it is not the right thing to do? I can think of one.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of one. So give me yours and maybe I'll come up with one.
If I'm a professional athlete and I make several $1 million a year, I will buy my own meal when we're dating. I'm not going to pay for hers.
What?
You want to know why?
You're going to have to tell me why.
Because I want to make sure that she, like, this is.
Okay.
We're working towards love here.
I got you. I see where you're going with this.
We are working towards love.
Yep.
And I really hope I didn't offend anybody. I don't know who I would offend by saying that. I'm just saying, to me, that makes all the sense in the world.
It does. I'll give you that.
Unless that person absolutely has no clue that I'm a professional athlete, which could happen.
What about, like, couples date? So we go out. We get to wherever, and all of a sudden, no, I got it tonight.
Like, are we okay? I think that's awkward.
I do too. Don't be that guy.
No, I'm not going to be that guy.
I'm just saying, in general.
I will not offer to pay for your food.
Right.
Not on a couple's date. Now,
no.
If it's just, say it's like, if we're out at Legends or whatever, and I order wings and you get a burger, if I'm feeling good, I'm like, hey, I got you.
Right.
But then there's this. I think there's this unspoken rule that says next time you're probably going to get me.
You. Right.
It's just a nice thing to do.
Correct.
And then I'll make sure the next time I order double. Something like that.
Right. Because I've been at the awkward couple date, and then he's like, nope, I got it.
Yeah.
Like,
now, why would somebody do that?
At the time, I thought it was like a power play.
Right. Hey, I make more than you.
I make slightly more than you. I got this.
So in all reality, it's like it should be offensive. It's like slap in the face.
Right. And then I don't want to argue with him. Because then it's that awkward, like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then he's going to come up with an excuse on why he's going to pay this time.
Right.
And if I had to return the favor, like, well, we could go to McDonald's or, I don't know. Like,
there's McFlurry on me.
Right,
here.
like there's probably nothing that I'm going to match what you just paid.
Right.
So, thank you, but
yeah, you can't
no
do
thank
that.
you.
You can't do that. Because then he's really offended if you say no.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then I'll one-up it. You're out with the parents or in-laws.
Okay.
Because they do the same thing. Nope, we got it. Well, I'm old enough now to pay for my own meal. I think I'll be all right. Nope, we got it.
So,
which is different. It's family.
It is family, and I think I'm lucky with my parents and then my in-laws that you try not to make it a big deal.
Right.
So like I know like both parents and in-laws they'll kind of, not that they'll sneak away,
right?
But they'll make it known to the server that like right away, like, hey, bring me the check, please.
Right.
And I appreciate that because I hate awkwardness.
I do too.
So that's that's why I like going out to eat with my parents and in-laws. So, but
don't get me wrong, I love going out to eat with my parents and in-laws too. Like.
Yeah,
it's so nice, and they view it as family time together, and they want to appreciate, show us the appreciation,
no doubt,
and pay for the meal, and I'm all for that.
No doubt.
Like I'll play the game, and most of the time they let us pick where we go, so that's even a bonus.
No. So I think, for those young people that are listening to this, hopefully in the next 24 hours or 48 hours when prom is in full swing. I just know that etiquette does matter, and you have the opportunity to really wow that special someone. Or, you know what? It may not be that special someone. You may just be a friend on a date, but word gets around.
Exactly. It does matter.
And I think there's not a ton of places here in Parkersburg, Iowa, that you really need to be way too concerned about etiquette, but just a little stuff makes a big deal.
Yep.
So.
And people watch. You get that elderly couple that'd be like, oh my gosh, look at them. He's so nice and such a gentleman.
Yeah.
And you might not be, but for one night, you could act like it.
Yeah. Word gets back to your parents. Oh,
Right.
man, he's such a gentleman. The parents are like, who are you talking
Yeah, exactly.
about?
My kid? Nuh-uh.
Okay, so last question I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
You're at a nice place, fancy napkin.
Yep.
Do you tuck the napkin into your collar or do you put it on your lap?
On my lap.
Always on my lap.
Yep.
Always.
Because I feel like if you put it on your collar, you expect to make a mess. That is my take. And
I don't think you're wrong.
And I don't want to come off as the guy that I'm going to eat like a slob and I need this to protect my shirt.
Right. Now, I don't remember from my etiquette dinners, does one say something over the other? Like,
I don't know.
When I look at somebody that tucks in their napkin to their collar, I immediately look at, like, similar to that. Like, okay, like, that doesn't look nearly as classy.
Right.
As when you put it on your lap.
Right. Do you fold it when you put it on your lap?
I do.
I do too.
Makes me feel special.
It does. It makes me feel slightly high class for a moment when I put it there.
And then I look down at my tattered jeans and hold my jeans.
And most time I forget it's there and start moving around just to get comfy in those hard chairs.
Yeah.
And then it ends up on the floor. And I got to do the cool, like, swoop down and pick it up so no one notices. And
Right. So I'm going to finish, like, my last little thing with a quick story. So I just started seeing my future wife. Because I don't think she listened to this, so I think we're in the clear. We just started seeing each other. And we decided we're going to go out really on, like, our first out-of-town date.
Yep.
So she loves Olive Garden, so we go to Olive Garden in Waterloo. As we're walking in, she tells me, we're walking right next to each other. She tells me, she's like, well, I'm just telling you right now, I'm warning you. I have a history of being pretty clumsy. So just know that. I want you to know that.
Yep.
Like, okay, whatever. Like, what's this mean? What's the worst that could happen?
Right.
So we go in, you do the whole waiting thing. And
Yep.
Go to sit down. I'm being a gentleman. I pull out the chair. And she falls. she falls all the way to the ground. All the way to the ground. And everybody looks over like, are you okay? And I promise I did not move the chair.
Oh,
I did not.
It was a subtle slip of the hand and it went back too far.
Yeah. Yeah. And as bad as I am with awkwardness, she is the exact opposite of that. Like, she handles awkwardness unbelievably well. And she just gets right back up. I mean, yeah, she was embarrassed, but like, I was just like, dude, I don't know if this is going to last. And here we are.
Well, here's mine. Okay. So, kind of back on the prom topic.
Yep.
My junior year, a bunch of us invested in a limo to go to prom. It was fun, blah, blah, blah. Senior year, we tried to get the same group together get a limo. And, with inflation and everything else, limo is way too expensive. So we took my mom's minivan.
Same thing.
To prom. Went out to eat, and we're at a stoplight. And the dude next to us, pretty sure he was going to prom too, had his dad's Mustang.
Ooh!
Beat him off the line. Just slammed it down. Squealing tires in the Chrysler minivan. Jeez. Now, he may have beat us to the next stoplight.
Right.
But in the moment, it didn't matter.
Made you feel all tough inside.
Right.
Impressed the girl just a little bit more?
Yeah, slightly. Because I don't know too many people that can say they squeal the tires off the line in a Chrysler minivan.
Probably not many at all.
I am one of them.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good
Claim
times.
to fame right there, maybe? I don't know.
Good times. All right. Well, we are nearing the end of our walk tonight. It's turned out to be a really nice night, I think.
Yeah.
But, I'm hoping if it all works out, I'm hoping our next episode is a little bit faster than this past one.
Yeah.
A lot of that's on me. I get it.
Well, you're busy.
It's that time of year.
Yep. It happens.
So we'll see what happens, but we'll try. Hopefully maybe by Monday. I'm going for that.
Okay.
Sound good?
Perfect.
All right, everybody. Have a good week. We'll talk to you later.